What a view. Located along the Wild Atlantic Way in Northwest Ireland, the Slieve League cliffs on the southward coast of County Donegal are known as one of Europe's highest sea cliffs. There is no doubt that this is one of the most magnificent views in Ireland, so make sure you bring your camera. Now, the spectacular scenery here is not the only reason that people come to enjoy it. For hundreds of years, this has been a point of Christian pilgrimage as they've come to appreciate their culture here. It is truly remarkable. Those cliffs are 3 times the height of the cliffs of Moher. That's over 600 metres. Whilst the Wild Atlantic Way is a spectacular drive, you need to leave the car at the park and walk to the cliffs to the viewing platform. Here, spectacular views of Donegal Bay and the Sligo Mountains await you. Breathe in the salty sea air and take in the panoramic views. Now, it's not all about this spectacular landscape. There are so many things that you should be taking in, like doing a day trip out on a boat that'll bring you around the base of the cliffs so you can take in the enormity of them. But at the same time, you can be looking for the wildlife, and there's all sorts of ocean wildlife to look out for.
The cliffs themselves are 500 million years old, okay, and they're made up of mostly granite and quartz, and they would have been part of this supercontinent Pangaea at one time before all the countries on the continent split up. So these are actually the same strata of rock as the Appalachian Mountains in America, carries on through to parts of Northern Ireland, Scotland, and actually some of the mountains in Iceland. The cliffs themselves, they change colour maybe 4 or 5 times a year. If you were here a week ago, it'd have been lovely and purple. Right. The heather is in bloom. At the moment now, you've got more autumnal colours. Then during the summer again, then it goes green. Now the name on the cliffs themselves, the mountain is Slieve League, the cliffs themselves are Bunglass or Nabinglass, which mean the green cliffs. Right. And saying that's very, because with the heather and the ferns, it really does, the name suits it. Now tell me, there's a lot of people trekking. There's obviously a lot of paths for people to go and hike and explore. Tell me a little bit about those. Well, the main path and the main walk people do, it's along our cliff walk, and that takes you to the highest point in the mountain, which is the arete at the top, which is known as the One Man's Pass, which literally only one person can go on at a time. Wow. It's not for everybody, but if to do it, it really is phenomenal. Now tell me, I've noticed probably those narrow paths would be a little concerning if you had sheep coming the other way. There seems to be sheep up here. Yeah, well, the thing about the mountain here, this is a working mountain, okay? So this is not a national park. The government doesn't own it. This is owned by about 30 different households, and it's all commonage. And you'll see sheep all around, because really and truly, in the parish here and in this area, the ground is not really, it's not conducive to large-scale farming. So sheep are the hardy animals, and they're left out in the hill for most of the year, and they more or less look after themselves. And if they keep the grass down, they keep the place neat and tidy. Yeah. It's just you've got to watch where you step sometimes. That's the only thing. Nearby, at the tiny harbour of Teelan, there's more to explore. Make sure you stop and have a look at this memorial. A brown cowled figure clasps his hand solemnly in prayer alongside a boat. Now this symbolises the 5th century monks who left from this historic part of Donegal to sail the treacherous seas to Iceland. This is a truly beautiful part of Ireland that you should be exploring, and taking a road trip along the Wild Atlantic Way is going to be a highlight, a feature that you will remember forever.